Hello friends, today I would like to show you this walkthrough of Hero Wars from level 1 to 10. And the beginning is very simple because it's a tutorial. You simply have to click where the game tells you to click, and yeah, that's pretty straightforward. So eventually I will also give you some tips on when you have choices. Obviously you should do the right choices. And at the beginning there's not a lot of choices, so you simply watch the game. It's, as I said, phase 1 is a tutorial. You can simply click all those text things away, you don't miss anything. And now this, for example, is your super skill, so whenever this shows up, click on it and that will give a very good attack. So now that was your first victory, and we received a new character, Artemis, and we can move to the second fight in this campaign. And now we have 2 heroes. Again, this can be removed, so now you have a tank and Artemis, who is a DPS, and obviously having 2 heroes is easier than having 1, and eventually the maximum is 5. So during the first levels the goal will be to increase the number of heroes from 1 as you start with up to 5 eventually. And that's when one of your first choices actually starts, because at some point you will get even more than 5 heroes, so maybe you get your 6th hero. And then you need to make a choice, like which are the 5 heroes you want to focus on. And now we just entered the first bonus game, and that's quite nice. So you need to figure out in which order to press all those buttons and to escape this thing, and then you get some nice equipment. For example, 10 soul stones for Artemis, some money, some weapons, and some other stuff. Good, so we can click this away and move on to the next fight in campaign number 1. As I said, phase 1, not too much choices, you just simply follow the guided game, the tutorial, and the interesting thing starts once this tutorial comes to the end, which is pretty soon actually. So as a note, it's always a good idea to avoid dying of any of your heroes, because if none of your heroes dies, you will eventually get 3 stars, like here, victory with 3 stars. And getting 3 stars is good and important. And here you see you get some equipment, the loot, and now we have team level 2. There's a team level and an individual level for each character. Is not the same. The team level tells you what the maximum level of your individual character can be increased to. So currently it's 2, and actually is not, in the beginning it's not true. It can even exceed the team level, but we'll come to that later. Now we can open a chest, and in those chests we find our 3rd hero, Thea. It's a healer, and obviously having healer in the party is also pretty helpful. So let's do the next fight with the healer in our team. So now we have 3 characters, the tank, a DPS, and a healer, and that's almost all you need in this game. So it's always important to understand which role each of your individual character assumes. So for example, as you can see, the tank is in the first row. He is the one who has a lot of armor and a lot of health and can survive, take the most damage, so that the characters in the back rows are well protected. So obviously it's important that this guy survives, and he also has a nice mass damage skill as well. So Galahad is a nice tank because he can absorb damage as well as deal damage. Is actually a pretty good tank and might be worthwhile to keep for a while for the first few levels. Eventually there will be some better tanks coming up. Thea actually is not a good healer, but it's the only healer you get in the beginning, so obviously at the moment it's our best option, so we keep her. And again, 3-star victory. It's always important to keep an eye on the number of stars, as I said, because eventually you would want to have the maximum of stars in the campaign, because only that unlocks some bonus loot. So that's the reason why you would aim for receiving 3 stars, and 3 stars you get if none of your heroes dies during the fight. If it happens, is not too bad, right? Because these campaigns can be repeated anytime. So even if you should not get 3 stars in your first attempt, you can come back to this fight at a later stage when you are stronger and repeat the fight and then get the 3 stars. So let's watch, and we can also observe the health of your team. So the green bar tells you the healthiness of your character, and the other one is your energy bar, which is needed to release the skills. So now we have received a new team level. Our team level now is 3, which is good. And now the tutorial points us that we are supposed to click here, so we will do this. And now it enters into the character screen, so we are supposed to click on Thea and improve her. For example, obviously the equip all puts on her all the equipment that she collected so far, and even better, we can promote her. And that's only possible when all equipments have been collected. As you just saw a few seconds ago, all those 6 equipment slots were collected during our first fights, and now we are able to promote her to the next level. So let's do that. And here it tells you Thea was gray before, and now she turns into a green character. And after green, eventually it will become blue, and then eventually purple, and so on. So now we have our first green character, which is nice. And also there's a concept of these skills. So by clicking on the plus here, we can improve. Now she has solar, her first skill is Solar Sanctuary. We just boosted that to level 3. And there's a plus here, so her secondary skill, Healing Beam, can also be boosted to level 3. And if you are unsure what those skills are, just hover over them and it will tell you what it does. For example, this skill heals the ally with the lowest health, which is kind of nice. The Solar Sanctuary heals all members of the team. And as you can see, you are capable to equip 2 more slots, and whenever that shows up, you should do that because it improves the stats of the character. So you can click here and figure out, for example, here it tells you what is the main stat. It's intelligence, right? It's the most important one. And what does intelligence? Each intelligence point gives the hero 3 points of magic attack, 1 point of magic defense, and 1 extra point of physical attack if intelligent is your hero's main stat, which it is, as we can see up here. So it varies for each hero. So for Thea, she is a healer, and obviously healer need intelligence. And here you see the other stats like agility is good for armor and physical attack, and strength is good for health, and then we have the health, which tells you how long she can survive during the fight. And then there's physical attack, magic attack, and her armor, and the magic defense. So, and you can see this for all your other heroes as well. For example, Galahad is a tank. His main stat is strength, currently at 36. And then we have Artemis, who is a marksman, and main stat is agility, also 36. And you can see we can equip her with all the stuff, and actually I will do that now. If it needs money, one needs to manually click on it, and then I can also promote her. to a green level, and let's see on Galahad. You see not everything has been collected, but what has been collected can be equipped, and the stuff that is still missing we will collect in the next fights. So let's let's look at the red dots. That's always important. If there are red dots, red circles, you can complete some daily quests, and as you can see, you get money and experience. And experience helps you to boost your team level. So let's see what happens if I click here. I get now 50 experience, where you might think is maybe not a lot, but let's see what happens if I click here. We immediately increase our team level to the next level of 4. And the reason is that in the beginning, not a lot of experience is needed to bring your team to the next level. To figure out the details, just click on your character screen here, and then it will tell you how much experience is needed to increase to the next level. As you can see, we are currently team level 4, and we have already collected 27 out of 30 needed experience points. So 3 more points, and that will bring our team level to level 5. And here it tells what is the maximum hero level. So if team level is 4, currently we could boost all our heroes to level 12. And there's some other stuff. Okay, good. Actually here we can also do some funny things like change the name of our party. So what is a good name? Typically I take female names because later on you will join a guild, and having female names sometimes is helpful to get presents from your guildmates, because most of the guild members are, I guess, males. Just a small side comment, and obviously not the most important thing. And now you see here another daily quest that has been completed. If I would click here, we get another 50 experience points. So let's do that. And as you can see, now we even received 2 more team levels. As you saw earlier, we needed only 30 points to boost our team level to level 5. So now with 50 points that we just received, we boosted our team level to 6, which is kind of nice. And then 3 times per day I get free energy, and 60 energy points each time. Energy is, as you probably know from other games, an important aspect, because if you run out of energy, you can do no more fighting. And another interesting comment here, each time you spend energy, for example by fighting, that each 1 energy point relates to 1 experience point. So that's how you get experience points to boost your team level up. So now if I click here, obviously the team level will not increase because there is no experience points associated to this daily quest, but we will increase our energy range by 60 points, which is also nice. And the energy points you can see here on the upper right corner. So currently I have 108 energy points, which relates to 108 experience points. So I could, doing the math, you can see we can add those points here. So we need 13 more points to increase to team level 7. So let's have a quick look on some of the other red circles. For example, there's a red circle on the male, so we get some rewards for promoting our characters. And then there's this stuff to accept. Okay, there's currently some special events, and obviously you get some money here. You get some skin stones, and I will explain later. Here I get money as well, so I collect it. Should be done every day to get a nice reward after 7 days. Here I get soul stones. No, I need to get soul stones to get the Winterfest baubles, and that's only a seasonal event, so you might not have it when you watch this video. And so we collect everything here, and then you see there's a red circle here, so I can complete some of the stuff here, which gives me, for example, various loots. So I just collect all of them, and just to be sure we didn't miss anything, I check here on the character screen if there's anything that can be done. For example, what could be done is increase the level, both the skill level of my heroes as well as their real individual level. So currently Galahad is on level 4, and by clicking here I can boost him to level 7. Now I'm running out of experience potions, so I can either buy them at the merchant or continue with the campaign, and that's what we are doing now. We just do our next fight and see how it goes. So now for the first time there is this auto button showing up, so by clicking it, which I recommend you to do, it will automatically activate the skills, the very good skills, anytime they are active. So for example, if the yellow bar, the lower one, has reached the maximum, that's when your mega skill, you can release your super spell, and now it's done automatically, you see. So Galahad now is done, and now he casts his super spell and the whole party is dead. So that was a quick fight, and we can just do a few more, because that, as I told you, that will also increase our experience, and that's at the beginning the most important. We want to quickly reach team level 10, because that opens up the arena for your team, and there you can some nice loot and rewards as well. So typically new features are unlocked at team level 10, 15 opens up the tower, 20 opens team level 20 opens up the next special feature, and then 30, 40, 50, 60 and so forth. So aim for every 10th level you get some new feature unlocked, except in the beginning level 15 also unlocks a new feature called the tower, and we will come to this in the second video. This video is from the walkthrough from level 1 to level 10 only, and we are already good on our way. We need to do a few more fights to collect some experience and boost our team level, and then we are already at level 10, which then unlocks the arena feature, which is nice. Another thing while we are watching the fights is to observe the stats of your party. So for example, our tank Galahad is already at halfway down in his health, and that's an indication that he may be a bit too weak. I mean, either we need to boost him, or we need to increase the strength of our healer, because as I said earlier, we always aim to receive 3 stars, so ideally none of our party members should die during the fight, and as you can see, for Galahad it's getting a bit close now. So now we boost the team level to 7, and here is already mentioned what I just told you. On level 10 the arena is unlocked, and at level 15 the tower will be unlocked. So it's nice, you see already, you get a kind of perspective what's coming next, and you see your max energy has increased by 1 point, and also now we can promote our heroes to level 13. Actually you see that stayed the same, so eventually team level and individual hero level will be the same, but at the beginning there's a small boost, so now we can make use of that. Okay, so let's see if we can do something. For example, Galahad has a green plus here, so we can click here and create this item, so which boosts his strength and health, and as we saw earlier, that's desperately needed because he was already running a bit low on his health, and also we can boost his skill level, his Iron Skies, which is Galahad brings down swords of justice on the enemy's heads, and that's damages the whole party, so that's a really nice one, and we should bring that to the maximum. And also obviously increase the skills for the healer, and before we do so, we should also increase both the individual level of our party members. So bring up the healer. I have 5 more potions, so I need to be careful who gets them. So bring Galahad to 8 and to 8, and now I'm running out of potions and we need to do another fight. Still need to do something first. Let's see what it is. Click all this stuff away. Okay, now the tutorial wants us to click on this box. So open chest is for free the first time per day. Each time per day you can click here once, and now we get this new hero, Phobos. And actually that happens all the time. So it's not that we are particularly lucky or anything, is like part of the tutorial. So now Phobos is your fourth character, and it's good to have him. Actually, I am using him currently in the mid 50s, still using Phobos. I like him a lot because he has a very nice skill which brings down an enemy member pretty much immediately if he is skilled obviously enough. So that's good, and I get some more red circles. Okay, team level 8 now, 2 more levels to go, and then we are already done with this first video, because it was the walkthrough from team level 1 to team level 10, and collect a few of those rewards. And now we can continue in the campaign. There's 2 more for this first campaign to finish, and as you see, automatically Phobos has been added to our party, so you don't need to take care of that. It's done automatically, and obviously he is currently at a low level because I was running out of experience potions, and maybe after the fight, I think we just received some, we could probably and should probably boost Phobos so that he survives a bit longer, but he is not in the first row. Galahad does the dirty work. He absorbs all the damage, so that should be okay for this fight. And you see each fight consists of 3 phases. Now we are approaching phase 3. It's 3 rounds if you want. This is now the last group of enemies that we need to bring down, and once we do that, and Galahad is doing a good job, 3 stars again, and we did that. And now there's already the last fight in this campaign, chapter number 1, Ruled by Fire. And actually there's also here, you see how many stars we collected, 27 so far, and now with 6, 15 and 30 we get some extra loot, so need to keep an eye on this thing here. Click on this box and then you get some nice rewards, some money, ginger soul stones and some equipment. Okay, now let's take care, already, because we just earned experience by doing the fight. As I told you, spending energy increases your experience, so we are now at team level 9, and there's another red circle here. We just finished this mission. There's another red circle here, so it's a bit tedious. We need to collect all this stuff, and those are the Winterfest baubles, which we can only make use of once we have reached level 30. So, but we collect them anyway. And now let's see if we can boost Phobos. He's still on level 1, which is not so nice. Okay, now he's at least on level 3. So we can equip him with some stuff we found and can boost his skill level. It's better than nothing. So let's see if that is sufficient to survive the last fight in this chapter 1. Let's give it a try. As I said, it doesn't matter. Should one of the characters dies, we can repeat these fights several times. The big fights are up to 3 times per day, and the smaller fights there's no limit. And this is one of the bigger fights, so there are 3 or 4 big fights per chapter. Obviously the last fight, like this one, is the last fight in chapter 1, so then it's a big fight. It costs more energy. For example, this one, 12 energy points, and the smaller fights in between those big fights is 6 energy points. And now we have already reached the phase 3 of this fight, and there's a big boss fighting against us. So let's see if Galahad will survive, and so far it looks good. we can also watch the health potion, the health bar of this boss, and he went down and we survived with 3 stars because none of our heroes died. And now we get this quest completed, complete the Archdemon Patrimony mission. Okay, and the reward here is some soul stones. So we got our next hero, Astaroth, and it costs 30,000 gold to summon this one. It's also a tank, and actually I like this tank much better than Galahad because yeah, he has some nice healing protection for our party as well, so that's quite useful. So that's good. And now that's more or less the end of the tutorial. We can get some complete some daily quests. For example, this one will give us 135 experience, and that might very well bring us to increase our team level significantly. So now we are already at team level 14, and another 120 experience because we complete 10 missions. So I click here now, team level is already 17, and that's pretty nice. And actually, as now the arena is unlocked, so let's maybe do this and then stop the video. So here our party has a total power of 2,400, and we fight against this NPC, and eventually it will also be real PvP players, but the first fight is always an NPC player with a power of 1,800, and he is currently on rank 1,300. So if we attack and win the fight, we will gain his rank in the arena. So currently our rank is 0 because we have not yet played arena so far, but if we win this fight, it will bring our party to arena level 1,300. And obviously it's good, the rewards increase the lower your arena level will be. So it would be good actually to survive. And here it's not important that nobody dies, so there's no concept of 3 stars or anything. Here is really what matters is that your party wins. That's the only thing that counts in the arena. And you see 4 of our party members survived victory, and now we received the ranking. We are now on rank 1,338. We got some arena coins and we got some money, and yeah, that's nice. That was the first arena fight. And there's a daily quest to complete 3 arena fights here, and that will give us another 90 experience. We also are supposed to exchange emerald one time, will give us another 50 experience, and then open a chest in the tower, and that obviously is only possible once we have reached level 15. But since we are already level 17, tower is already unlocked, and we could do our first tower fight. So I would not recommend to do it now, because we first need to boost our party, to strengthen the party a little bit, so that our party members does not die. Because in the tower, again, it matters. If one of your party member dies during the fight, you need to do the next fight without the guy who just died. Only the next day all of your party members will be resurrected. But yeah, you need to be rather careful and be well equipped and have a strong party so that you don't lose your weak party members right away. So let's wait a little bit before we open the tower, and the tower is unlocked here. You see, that's how the tower looks like, and probably I will do it in the second video. So that's it for the moment. That was the walkthrough for Hero Wars from team level 1 to level 17 in, I guess, less than 10 minutes. If you like this video, please give me a like or subscribe to my channel. Thank you and goodbye.